Welcome to this week's Ask Charlie and to my kitchen. I have had a few people asking if I would share with you how I cook a cooked breakfast on my AGA. I think the AGA comes into its own when you're doing cooked breakfast because you can do the toast and the eggs on the top. So let's get cooking. So I'm using a large roasting pan, and I find one of these essential for cooked breakfast, a wire rack, and I have it. You can either have it that way down on the lower setting or raised up as much as possible. And I go for raised up as much as possible because that way you get crispy bacon. So I'm going to get the sausages going first. These are sausages from our local butcher. Now there are so many variations to a cooked breakfast. You can have mushrooms, you can have black pudding, you can have all sorts of things, but this is what I tend to do as a regular thing, and it's what we enjoy as a family. So I start with the sausages because they're the thing that's going to take the longest to cook, and I'm just going to snip them. So once they're all snipped, just arrange them on your tray. Little bit of space between. I've got some vine cherry tomatoes and I'm just leaving them on the vine, not doing anything with them, and popping them at one end of my roasting tray. Now I'm going to pop these into the AGA in sort of the upper region, not right at the top, but quite high up in the AGA, and get these sausages and tomatoes cooking to start with. I can hear the sausages beginning to sizzle. Beginning to look good. So I'm going to give the sausages a turn, and then I'm going to pop the tomatoes, which are almost done, onto a platter, and just pop that into the warming oven and leave those there. A platter here, and I'm just going to pick my tomatoes up. And I find it really handy just to have a platter, and then when things are ready, I can just pop them onto there. I'm going to pop my tomatoes in the warming oven. So my sausages have cooked for about 10 minutes, and I'm now going to add in my bacon. I am using streaky bacon. Now I believe the secret to getting crispy bacon is to keep it raised up, and I'm now going to pop it as high as I can in my AGA and get that bacon cooking and my sausages browning nicely. When it comes to cans, you can actually put them directly in your AGA in the can, which is really, really clever. I, however, am just sort of set in my ways, and I know that I will touch the can and end up burning myself. So I like to pop them into a saucepan. Now you can pop them into a dish. Actually, why don't I do that today? Pop them into here, and then I can pop them into my baking oven just to warm through. And that keeps the heat in my AGA by not lifting the lids. I could pop it into a pan and cook them on the top, but let's keep the heat in the AGA today, and just pop that straight into the baking oven just to warm through. It's beginning to look good. I'm just going to turn everything. The dogs can smell the sausages and bacon. I've got 4 dogs all here watching, saying, "Mama, do we get a bit?" They love the smell of sausages and bacon. But Jess, come here. Jess can smell it and perks up no end, don't you, darling? You did. You smelled it when I opened that oven and thought, yes, Mummy, I would like some, please. Yeah. They love a cooked breakfast. Yeah, we'll save you a sausage. We will, Daz. So my sausages and bacon are ready, so I'm just going to pop them on my platter here and they can just warm while I do the toast. We love crispy bacon. Now, AGA toast is just the best. This is the AGA toast rack. I've popped 2 slices of bread in there. Now, I always do it on the cooler ring, not the really hot one, because it will burn very quickly. This way it's just gently toasted perfectly. I don't ever do toast on the hot one unless it's in slumber mode and it needs a little bit of a boost, but this ring is absolutely perfect for toast and cooked eggs as well. So I'm going to do my toast first and then we'll do our eggs, and then it's almost time to serve our breakfast. And remember to turn your toast so it cooks evenly on both sides. I always pop my toast in a toast rack while I am doing my eggs, so I have a toast rack waiting in the wings. Now I'm going to pop this to one side. I love cooking eggs in the AGA. They are so easy, so quick, and I just think really, really delicious. So I use a piece of Baker Glide. This is just cut into a circle. You can wash it up in the sink. You can put it in the dishwasher. It's super, super easy. And I use the cooler side to cook my eggs. I find this too hot. So we literally just crack them directly on to there, like so. And I'm going to do 2 at the same time. Now, the great thing about doing eggs like this is you don't need any butter, you don't need any oil, you don't need any fat, and you don't need a frying pan. You just literally do them like this. And because the AGA lid is domed, you can close it like that and you're not going to squash your eggs, but it cooks the top as well. So think eggs over easy, lightly cooked at the top, absolutely perfect, which is really, really clever. You can flip them if you want them more cooked, you know, really, really, really over easy, but because of the heat from the lid, it cooks the top too. So they're just perfectly cooked and I think work really well. I use a fish slice to remove them from the Baker Glide and pop them onto a serving plate, and they take a couple of minutes, so really quick and super, super easy and minimal washing up, which is even better. So you can flip your eggs so they're over easy, or you can just serve them straight from here. That one needs a moment longer, so I shall just close the lid for another sort of 20 seconds and then I think it will be absolutely perfect. To get my eggs off, they are attached, so let's just split them like that. Easier to handle, and pop them there on my platter, ready to take to the table to serve our breakfast. And always remember to take your Baker Glide off. So my baked beans are ready, my toast is ready, and here is my platter of cooked breakfast. There are so many variations. You can add in black pudding, you can add in mushrooms, you know, whatever you fancy, but this is what we like to have for our cooked breakfast. So I really hope that you have enjoyed that you have found it helpful, and it's given you a few ideas of different ways to use your AGA, and happy cooking.